This old house kept the family together through a flood of blood, sweat, and tears. This old house stood through all kinds of weather for over 100 hard years. I was born down on A Street, raised up on B Street. South is my hometown. There's something about it, permit me to shout it, we're the tops from miles around. We got lawyers and flappers, teachers and scrappers, men from the old county down. Well, they'll make you and break you, but they'll never forsake you. South is my hometown. I had an argument the other day with a guy from Oskaloo. He started bragging about his old hometown. Said I to him what to do. I got hot under the collar, and to that scholar I did holler. I was born down on K Street, schooled up on G Street. South is my hometown. Well, there's something about it, permit me to shout it, we're the tops from miles around. Lawyers and flappers, teachers and scrappers, and men from the old county down. Well, they'll make you or break you, but they'll never forsake you. South is my hometown. South is my hometown. Thanks. Thanks. It's not that many towns have a song that people actually know. People used to ask me for that song in Los Angeles. You had to do it because you don't know who they are. They always know somebody you know. The neighborhood has changed a lot. In a cruel twist of fate, that actual guy from Oskaloo's great-grandchild now owns our house. This old house, it's been part of a neighborhood, part of a history, part of a truth. This old house, it's seen all of life's mystery, birth to death, age from youth. No matter what bridges I burned, no matter how far I may roam, I'll never forget what I learned. There is no place like this old house. Through the years she's been reeling with fiddles, swinging with clarinets, rocking with bass. Through the tears and the laughter, amid all this singing and dancing, a magical place has been this old house. No matter what bridges I burn, no matter how far I may roam, I'll never forget what I learned. There is no place like the old house. Thanks a lot. We lived there for 4 generations, usually 3 generations at a time, and my main guru growing up on all things Irish was my cousin Madge, who literally escaped the troubles in the 20s. She was a member of the 3rd West Cork Brigade, which is another of the first songs I remember. I'm going to try to stick that in at the end of this song. It's a song about Maggie. Growing up on the Irish Riviera, where the next pub is in Galway, just 3,000 miles away. And every Sunday we would pray for those who chose to stay. and yours is still the first voice I remember. Singing songs I came to know so well, and all the Irish stories you would tell of the beauty and the glory, the famine and the hell, the risings and the rebels true, who oft in battle fell. And bold Robert Emmet, the darling of Erin, bold Robert Emmet, he died with a smile. And Maggie, were it not for you, I'd never seen those four green fields. Maggie, were it not for you, I never know the part that's real. You helped us see beyond the shamrocks and the annual parade, made us feel connected to the 3rd West Cork Brigade. We won't forget the debt yet to be paid, the years that brought so many to our doorway, the tears that bought the flowers for the graves. Some try to forget, that isn't your way. Sure, if we forget what's gone before, what is there to save? And Maggie, were it not for you, I'd never seen those 4 green fields. Maggie, were it not for you, I'd never know the part that's real. You helped us see beyond the shamrocks and the annual parade, made us feel connected to the 3rd West Cork Brigade. We'll raise our voice in Ireland's cause, glad are our hearts today. Our gallant sons, they all fought well in the good old IRA. They fought right well for Eugene Douve, but we've a record made in gallant Cork, in famed West Cork, the 3rd West Cork Brigade. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We actually have tea from Cork at the back. It was nice of Lauren to bring Irish tea, and she brought Barry's, which is made in Cork City. Oh, hello. She said not to say it, but Kathi Taylor on the drums, percussion, artwork.
Thank you.
And vocals. I'm ready.
What is it that's sweeter than honey? What is it that's stronger than hate? Finer than funny, richer than money, no matter the place or the day. Quicker than drinking to turn off the thinking, surer than sunshine to brighten your day. Still is my strength and my weakness, a blessing in most every way. Music could get us all dancing, and music could let us relax. Music could help us to keep looking up, no matter the fears or the facts. From both sides of the family, it comes from both sides of the street. It comes through the airwaves like magic, with a heart and a soul and a beat. It came from wherever we came from, to the land of the wild and the free. Across the Atlantic, from Cork to New York, from Africa to New Orleans. Still is our solace in sadness, still is our drug in despair. In good times and bad, happy go sad. As long as there's life, she'll be there. Quicker than drinking to turn off the thinking, surer than sunshine to brighten your day. It still is our strength and our weakness, a blessing in most every way. What is it that keeps us together while history tears us apart? While we're selling our soul down a river of gold, we sail on with a song in our heart. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Thanks. Christopher Columbus. He went to the Queen of Spain to ask for shipping cargo. 500 years since the cross and the chain arrived. 500 years since the ship hit the sand. And Christopher Columbus, crossing from Spain, survived to consecrate, conquer, and con a new land. And how in God's name can they call it New Spain, New England, or New Amsterdam? And Portugal and France, they joined in the dance, and that's how the new world began. They came for the gain, for the gold and the glory, to convert and control and to kill. They came in His name with the gun and the chain, and God knows we're using them still. 500 years of anger and fear, exploitation and greed. Now some of us live in a virtual heaven, and some in perpetual need. Some of us came to escape the old notions, only to settle and put them in place. From every land and across every ocean, the best and the worst of the whole human race. But some of us were here already. Some of us came not by choice. Some made it pay, some lost their way, and some of us still have no voice. How in God's name can they call it New Spain, New England, or New Amsterdam? How in God's name can they call it New Spain, New England, or New Amsterdam? And Portugal and France, they joined in the dance. That's how the new world began. Blessed be the light of day, and He who takes the night away. Is that loud enough up there? Is that on? Thanks.
Yeah.
We
It's a
carried
very
all those
loud
drums
room.
up the stairs. We wanted to use them. So 500 years later, I'm living in Los Angeles. And I helped this really sad Latin lady make a copy of the death certificate for her husband. And his name was Jesus, and he was killed on the 2nd of June in the valley in Van Nuys. And I thought, you know, there's got to be more of the story here. So I went to the Los Angeles Times and went back to June 2nd to see what happened. And sure enough, there was a story that said it was a guy named Jesus killed on the 2nd of June in Van Nuys. And it's not much of a news item in LA because it pretty much happens every day. So the first verse of this song is literal truth, taken from the Los Angeles Times. The rest of it I made up. But it could be true, and I'd like to dedicate it to Christopher Columbus.
without who none of this would be possible. Okay? I'm running out of places to put this. Pocket. It's called The Fall of the Dice. Jesus was killed on the 2nd of June by an unknown assailant. It's a big yellow moon, leaving his life on the streets of L.A. and leaving his wife with a child on the way. Everyone said that the change might be hard. The moon's always brighter in the stranger's backyard, but he could not go on back in El Salvador at the house of his father and his father before. Should he stay? Should he go? Is there ever a way to know what you'll pay? What's the price? Is it all in the fall of the dice? Jesus was born on a beautiful ranch to riches and privilege. He had every chance till he fell in love with a proud peasant girl. Saw his reflection in another man's world. Love gave him the strength to see that their future could never be. In a land where their hand in each other's history was such tragedy. Should they stay? Should they go? Is there ever a way to know what you'll pay? What's the price? Is it all in the fall of the dice? You can run, you can try to hide. They will hunt you down from either side, endlessly fighting an uncivil war. There is no escape from El Salvador. Well, Jesus, he died on the 2nd of June for the same old sins neath the same old moon, saying, Father, forgive us, for we know what we've done. We live by the sword and we die by the gun. Maria, she prays that the future will find a way to some place where the world seems more kind, and someday forget what their families had done, killing each other for a place in the sun. Should she stay? Should she go? Is there ever a way to know what you'll pay? What's the price? Is it all in the fall of the dice? Gracias. We're going to do a song. I think it's about needing to believe in things. It's also about celebrity. It's another LA song, but I'm looking out the window at the First Church of Christ. This song is about, we're going to do a song about Elvis Presley later, but he's in this one. And I don't know if there have been any actual Elvis sightings in Sandwich lately, but Elvis's most famous gospel album, the album cover is him in front of that church in Sandwich. He's not really there. He's in a suit and tie in Memphis somewhere, superimposed. But it's a beautiful church. It's a beautiful story, and he's a beautiful guy. We'll get to him later. But this one's called "The Last Temptation of Elvis." You ready?
I hope so.
That'd be great.
Maybe I did not really love her. Maybe that feeling was fake. Maybe when push had come to shove, I would have seen that we were just one more mistake. Maybe the whole damn thing is just a game, trying to find the only one. Maybe I will not always feel the same. Maybe that bright light ain't the sun. Maybe that's Elvis over at the hot dog stand, ordering a chili dog and fries. Maybe someday we'll come to understand just what's going on behind those eyes. Why do we keep on falling for the same old lies? Why do we keep on falling for the same old lies? Maybe there was a Ponce de Leon pouncing on that fountain of youth. Maybe there's a way to turn the clock around. Maybe there's a diamond in that baby Ruth. And ain't that Bigfoot over at the garbage can digging out a bottle of vermouth? And ain't that the king come back to the checkout stand, dressed in black in the telephone booth? Why do we keep on searching for that so-called truth? Why do we keep on searching for that so-called truth? Could it be we need a reason to believe in our reason behind? Maybe there's a point to all this confusion. Maybe there's a plan that man can't see. Maybe there's some battle we ain't losing. I think that would be enough for me. Why do we keep searching for an answer as we wander around here in a trance, as we stagger through our lifetimes, trying to believe that it's a dance? And maybe your baby gonna give you just one more chance. Ain't that Elvis over at the hot dog stand, swilling down a chili dog and fry? One day I come to understand just what's going on behind those eyes. Why do we keep on falling for the same old lies? Aye, Lucy, why do we keep on falling for the same old lies? Here's a couple of songs about the music business. First one is pretty much about me. Second one's about someone famous, but one at a time. Ready, Flo? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it may not have reason, just rhythm and rhyme, but I played this game for a real long time. Won and I lost both at home and away. Paid my dues and I had my say. I played with the greats, the ingrates, the near-greats, and the good. For the stoneheads of Europe, the sweethearts of Hollywood. Played loud and crazy, played sweet and low, and I don't know where it went, but I know it had to go. I seen the future, I seen the past, I seen it all hit the fan with the original cast. I seen the darkness, I seen the light, and I seen what went wrong when they told me what was right. And now I know, now I know, yes I know when to stop swimming upstream and go with the flow. And now I know. Get your mind out of the gutter. Get your head out of that cloud. Don't play that music so damn loud. All the time spent on this bubble, toil and trouble all around. There's one true thing that I found. You can hide behind your fashion, hide behind your smile. Subjugate your passion and substitute your style. Run $1 billion business in a 4-minute mile. If you ain't got love, you ain't got nothing worthwhile. And now I know, now I know, I hope I know, when to stop swimming upstream and go with the, go with the, go with the, go with the flow.
Thanks. That one's fun. It's probably fun because it's new, but it's fun. Every word is true in that song, believe it or not. And there's no reason why you should believe me at this point, but that one's true. It's a song about the music business. It's right from the top. It's The Colonel and the King. Unfortunately, most of this is true, too. It's about a beautiful prince and a mean old ogre, and ends up grim, as we say. We're going to start with the Bo Diddley thing, right? 'Cause God knows he deserves more money than he has. Here we go. Colonel and the King. 1, 2, 3.
Once upon a time, there was a boy from Tupelo. There was a rhyme and reason to his story. Oh, how he could smile, how he could dance, how he could sing. Somehow he knew he could be king. One day he met a man named Parker, a roly-poly, oily carny barker. Just lying Dutchman only really loved one thing. He loved to hear that register ring. He said, sign on the dotted line, and all will be yours except what's mine. Called himself the Colonel, though it did not mean a thing. It flashed a big old diamond ring. He took that truck driving old boy right by the hand, and did his best to shoo the rest of his merry band. Banish his buddies, build a fence around the boy, turn a tornado into a toy. And all in all, it would have been a better thing if Colonel Parker had the chickens and Colonel Sanders had the king. No sin to want to make $1 million, and the king could not be satisfied driving them old trucks, but all his Cadillacs couldn't make him less alone. The night he died upon his throne, and all in all, it would have been a better thing. Colonel Parker had the chickens, and Colonel Sanders had the king. All in all, it would have been a better thing if Colonel Parker had the chickens and Colonel Sanders had the king. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, mama. Any way you do. That's all right.
Okay, so we've done songs about Ireland, Los Angeles, South Boston. This is a song about growing up on the planet Earth. It's called Every Day. We're going to kind of wind down with this one and turn up the drums.
Every day we wake up in a world full of worry and wonder. Get up, get down, get jacked, get going, get old. Living our lives like there's some kind of spell that we're under. When they planned this planet, probably broke the mold. Every day's a blessing, every year's a curse. You ride in on the tide, and you ride out in a hearse. We're just spinning around like crazy, chasing the future from the past, running round in circles, going nowhere fast. But there are things that make us happy, and there are things that make us weep. Things we take for granted, things we take for sleep. We're always aiming at the heavens, shooting for the moon. Well, we may get somewhere, somehow, someday, but it won't be soon. Every day is a blessing, every year's a curse. Sometimes it gets better, and sometimes it seems worse. We're just spinning round like crazy, chasing the future from the past, running round in circles, thinking nothing's gonna last. But there are things that make us happy, and there are things that make us weep. Things that keep our heads above water when we know we're in too deep. Well, you can play it like a game, you can take it like a test, pray to heaven and to hell with the rest. But we're all in this boat together. Together, we're all flying on this plane, stuck here on this sphere. Go round once a year, and then we may go round again. But there are things that make us happy, and there are things that make us weep. Things that keep our heads above water when we know we're in too deep. Every day we wake up in a world full of worry and wonder.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. We'd like to say thank you to Lauren, to Kathi, to the library, to the Kiwanis, to the town for the use of the hall, to you all for coming however far you came. This is a song, this is a goodbye song. This is at the end of the night in Ireland when I lived in West Cork. It says Slánabhaile, which means safe home. And whether it's in English or in Irish, they're two of the best words in the language. So thank you for coming, vaya con Dios, and safe home.
Keep your eyes on the road on your long drive home. Keep your mind on your goal from the start. Keep a smile on those lips every mile of your trip, and keep a sweet song in your heart. Well, I know that the journey is long, and I know that you think that my worrying is wrong. Well, I wish that my faith was that strong. But what little I have, I will send him this song. Safe home is the best I could say. Safe home. All the rest would just get in the way. Till I see you again, till that long journey ends. Safe home. Finally found an angel in this God-forsaken town, someone who could pick me up whenever I was down. Knew the day I found her, she'd have to go back home. No regrets, I have met the sweetest thing I've known. I've let things around here go to hell. Body and soul, I was down till I fell. And I know that the road's filled with turns, but there's a light in the window, more than one flame burns. Safe home, all the love that's there waiting for you, and the love that's still here will shine through and carry you on its wings until it brings you safe home. Safe home is the best I can say. Safe home, all the rest would just get in the way. Till I see you again, till that long journey ends. Safe home.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys around town. We're Bob and Kathi. God bless.
This old house kept the family together through a flood of blood, sweat, and tears. This old house stood through all kinds of weather for over 100 hard years. This old house has seen all kinds of trouble, so much heartache, too much pain, but it always remained our shelter through sweltering heat and torrential rain. When boss